Welcome. I'm going to practice this recorded, previously recorded class with you, alongside you. You'll see me in the little window. Not really sure where on the screen it'll show up, but cross your fingers. So follow along and do the best that you can. And you can always pause and return, and we'll see how this goes. Have a great day. Namaste. Have a great practice. Namaste. We're going to start off with a breath track that is a 2-2, and then it gets faster with a 1-1. So using the numbers as being the rhythm, or what you might be counting out in your mind. Actually, I think the person is counting in the background. And so the idea is to use a very more concerted effort on the exhalation. So you'll exhale with a sound, and a squeezing, a drawing in of your abdominal corset as you're exhaling, and then releasing the diaphragm as you inhale. So the inhalations will be a bit more passive. And then and then in the end, the last minute or so, there's a quicker pace where it's more of in the rhythmic quality of a khapalabhati, where you're ha 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 ha. So more of that pumping action of your abdominal corset. You can be sitting up high up on a blanket or a pillow or a bolster, or sitting on your chair. Adjust the volume of the music if it's not loud enough. When you're ready, inhaling through the nose. Give a good squeeze when you exhale. If you wish, you can engage the Mula Bandha throughout the entire practice. Relax your shoulders. making the sound as you exhale. Keep going. Another half a minute or so. You've got this. Good squeeze as you exhale. Activating. Awakening. Breath in now, inhaling fully through the nose, and then exhaling fully with a long empty out completely. And when you get to the bottom of the exhalation, when you feel emptied out, just hold the breath there, practicing a breath hold, and just hold the breath at the bottom. Relax. Hold the breath at the bottom until you start to feel your diaphragm kind of quaking. And then when you can't hold the breath any longer, you breathe the breath in. And just letting the breath now return to an unguided rhythm. Breathing in easily in and out through the nose. And just notice as you invite yourself to arrive. Arriving into that safe refuge, your one true refuge deep inside your body. As you arrive, perhaps letting your imagination create a scenario that you have come home, that you've opened the door, stepped inside, and you can experience that sense of spaciousness inside the body. Spaciousness in your mind. And dropping down into that space in your heart, in the center of your chest. Having a sense of the space in the heart as being inside, deep in the rib cage. And noticing all that space between the front of the chest and the back body, the spine. And then from side to side, from one side of the rib cage to the other. Just knowing that in this space is where the hridaya, your heart, resides. And so ask now, what is your heart's deepest desire? What does your heart desire? And then asking, what is your intention for your practice? What is your intention for your practice this morning? And maybe in some ways the two, your heart's deepest desire and your intention for your yoga practice merge in some way. Just notice and honor the heart's wisdom. All right. And so as you're ready, we're going to begin to open the eyes, blink them open. And I'm going to get set up here to share this video with you, and we will practice together. Find our way down to the floor. As long as I breathe, I will find my way. Let the body spread. And then you can take one leg out to the side for a frog, bending that knee. This will be good for the hips. And then you can slide your first leg in, straightening it back out, and then bend the second leg out to the side, out into a frog. Be a frog. Think of spread. Think of letting go. Think that there's no other place that you need to be except here. No one else is expecting anything of you. This is your time. And know too that this time is healing, is healthful. And then you can slide your second leg back in, bringing the legs back together, and then you can push yourself halfway up onto your forearms for some Sphinx, or the mini cobra, baby cobra. You can walk your arms over to one side, just generally moving your body in whatever way your body's calling you to move. To breathe. So choosing music, I have chosen sound to encourage the breath to slow down, heart rate to slow down, even brain waves, in training the brain out of beta into alpha, slowing down, and possibly from alpha into theta, and then possibly into delta when we come to the end of the practice. So you can come back to the front. So come back down into a crocodile, taking a more neutral bend to the spine. And then you can slowly start to bring yourself up, coming up onto your hands and knees, and then let's do let's twist by threading the needle. So you can reach under, take your head to the floor, or if you can't get all the way to the floor with your shoulder, you can put a folded blanket there, raise the floor under the shoulder. Nice twist. Easing your back muscles. Think of how you might be wringing out toxins, wringing out the tension. With gratitude. Connecting again, gratitude being one of those high frequency emotions. Sort of a combination of many emotions, actually, if you think about it. And when you're ready, you can push up and we'll go to the other side. And you can take a couple more breaths on this side. Pressing up when you're ready. And you can sit back on your heels and let's do some of these hand, wrist, forearm, shoulders. Actually goes all the way up into the chest. Taking your hands to the mat, flipping the fingers around backwards so they're facing you instead of facing forward. And if it's really difficult to do this with both hands, just you can try one at a time. If you can, as you ease up, kind of lean back a little bit, spread your fingers a little wider, and you can even take them in the front to take a little break. You can do some wrist circling, take them back to the mat. And then you can come back off of both of them and revolve. That was the word I was thinking of. Revolve your wrists and then put your hands back on the mat with the fingers facing forward and then flip your fingers. So you're just going to pick up one finger, just use another finger of the other hand. Pick up the finger, bump it down, and just go around to each finger and don't forget your thumb. And you can do them again. It's kind of an interesting release to your knuckles. And then you can go to the other hand. Yoga for the hands. I do these all the time. Grateful for these hands, all the things they do for you, right? Then you can bring the palms together into Atmanjali Mudra in front of the heart. And so taking your heels of the hands down so that there are right angles at your wrists, and really press the palms together. They can even kind of push from side to side. But keep your chest open, shoulders back. You might notice that you need to take your head back as well, so the ears stay aligned with the shoulders. So the collarbones are broad. Find the collarbones. Find the breath that's happening with your breathing. As long as I breathe, I will find my way back to the present moment, my way back to me. Okay, and then you can release your hands. So hopefully you have a strap now. So I wanted to do some more for the shoulders. So make a loop, or you can use just a belt and hang it down the back. You can just use a single one, but I like using a loop. And we're gonna do the arms of Gomakhasan. So first you can take your arm up into the air. Let me get a better view. So your arm is going to go up in the air. Bend elbow is pointing up toward the ceiling, and you can take your other hand and draw your elbow back behind your head a little bit more. So it's opening, warming up the tricep, dangling your belt down the back. Taking a few breaths like this, and then swinging your arm around to catch the belt, the bottom of the belt, so the second arm is going to catch the belt. Hold on to it. Keeping your top elbow pointing up. Armpit is very open. Chest is still broad, and you can even rest the back of your head on your forearm. And you can play here a little bit. You can pull down on the belt with your back hand, or you can pull up with the top hand. Just kind of see what's happening in these little tiny muscles. Tiny compared to like your hamstrings or your quadriceps, paraspinals. Just breathe. You don't need to be frozen. Hi, Susie. You can kind of arch to one side or the other. You can do some foosting, or you can even tuck your toes under, sit on your heels for a little goddess stretch, Thai goddess stretch. All right, so I'll take another breath or two here. You know your body best. If you need to come out before I do. And then you can hang on to the belt. And so as you're taking your top arm down, you're going to hang on to the belt with both hands. And as you take your hand down, the belt will twist. And now both of your arms are down behind your back, and your chest is still broad. Shoulders are back. You might feel all kinds of warmth in there. And now we're going to take the second elbow up into the air. So if it's too tight for you to maneuver in there, open up slide your hand down your strap, or make a bigger loop. I'm going to make my loop bigger. So now you're going to switch positions. So the second arm is going to be elbow pointing up. Adjust your feet if you need to, or if you need to, stand up or go to a chair or a couch. again, you can kind of play. Now you might notice a different range of motion on this side or just completely different experience. Obviously, it's going to be different, but be gentle. No force. Just breathe. Having some gratitude. Feel all the warmth. I'm feeling so much warmth in my tricep right now, back of my arm. All right, so we're going to do the same thing now. Drop the upper elbow down, hang on to the strap, and as you bring your arms down and behind you, the let's see if we can get a better view here. The strap will twist. And so then you can go to the first side again. Take that arm back down. And we're going to
Switching
switch, go
sides
back to
again.
your, looks really cool when you look at it from the front. Take your second elbow up in the air. Just breathe. And then you can release this arm, take it down. And then you can just swing your arms behind you. Keep your chest open. Keep your head on top of the body. Don't let don't let your head track forward. And you can just slowly swing your arms behind you. Or if you think that you can release your belt and you can clasp your hands behind your back this way. And if you're super flexible or working towards that, you can clasp your hands behind your back, but bring the palms together like you're folding your hands, into a clasped position, bringing the palms together. So that will really narrow the shoulders a lot. And breathe, smile. Good day to work on shoulders. All right, and then you can release. And then let's just do very slow shoulder shrugs. So just drawing your shoulders, squeeze, bring them all the way up to the ears, as high up as you can, and you can even bring your arms up at the same time. And even inhale and pull the pelvic floor up and roll your eyes up. Everything is going to roll up towards the sky. Squeeze, 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 and then let go. And let everything release. So let's do a couple more of these. The squeeze and release method. So you're going to inhale, and it's like you're pulling up covers or picking weeds. Pull the pelvic floor up, push the abdomen in, squeeze, roll your eyes up, squeeze, smile, make a face, a happy face, hold, and then let go. So you might notice that you're holding your breath as well. So it's a breath hold on the inhalation. So, and that's okay. So we're working with that. Inhaling. Let's do one last one. Inhale, pull up those covers. Pull up the pelvic floor, press the abdomen in, shrug Pull the shoulders up, squeeze, roll your eyes up, even touch the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth as you hold the breath all the way up in the crown of the head. Grateful, gratitude. And then letting go, and then close your eyes as you let go and just feel everything just trickle down, down, cervical spinal fluid trickling back down your back. All right, let's move to some downward dogs and get even warmer. So if you still have your socks on, good time to take them off. And you can do some foot yoga, taking your fingers between the toes. Since we take the socks off, really try to get your fingers in there as much as possible, shaking hands with your foot. The kids yoga group used to call it that. Let's shake hands with the foot. And then do your other one. So you're getting some space. If you can't get your fingers between your toes, you can always just also separate them. Just play with them. So good for your feet. Maintaining. What are you maintaining? Sometimes we always think of what are we creating? What are we releasing? But also, what are we maintaining? Hanging on to this level of circulation that you have in your feet. Maintenance. Yeah, it's a good thing. All right, so let's get ready for some downward dogs now. Settle your hips down. We're gonna, if you haven't already done so, curl your toes under. And lift up. So you can pedal your feet. So this means taking one heel down to the floor at a time. So the heel comes down and the other heel goes up. And your hips might kind of sashay from side to side as well. And then take turns. Go slow, take several breaths for each foot. You can take one leg up in the air, do a three-leg dog. Some donkey kicks with that leg. Kick, kick, kick. Come down to the floor. Child's pose. Now remember, you can do child's pose with your legs really close together. And then when you drape yourself down onto the floor, you'll feel that sort of massage as your belly is going to be resting on top of your thighs. Or you can do child's pose with your knees wide so that your belly your abdomen can drop. There isn't really a right or wrong, just what you prefer right now in your practice.
let's get ready for another downward dog and some more three-leg dogs and donkey kicks. Rising up. So if you want to warm up those calves again, shoveling snow tends to, even though we're using our arms and shoulders and abdominal muscles, we're also using our legs. So when you feel ready, go to your second three-leg dog leg, or yeah, might as well start with the second one, right? And then do your second one. If you like, you can put a bit of a twisting action, motion, turning the belly to peek out, navel to peek out from under the body. Also nice to get a passive, as you drop the heel down, bending the knee in the three-leg dog, get that passive stretch to the quads, like a bonus. And then when you listening to your own body, you know your body best, come down and let's rest in a child's pose again. So seeing the resting in child's pose following such an active posture as three-leg dog, seeing the child's pose as being the moment where you receive the benefits from the active posture of three-leg dog. Noticing the energy now, moving through the body, consumption of fuel by the mitochondria in the cells, making warmth. Do one more. Have fun with this. Make this practice your own. What do you like about being in this plane? The plane of dogs. So you can also do some frog legs here, so you can pivot out on the balls of the feet, so the toes and the knees are now angled outward, and you can get a deeper sitting action in your sit bones. Take your sit bones up and then come back to dog feet, bringing the knees in line, keeping the knees in line with your feet, and then do taking three-leg dogs again. Remember, they're really difficult, kind of the challenger, I guess you could say, is to take three-leg dog and keep your hips flush so that you're not twisting. Twisting is easy. It feels good though, so don't avoid it, but noticing if taking the leg up into the air and keeping your hips flush so you're not twisting. How much more difficult that is. So make sure you do both sides evenly, and then coming down.
And how about we do a twisted child? So grab your bolster and twist to both sides. Heart open, smile. You can even exercise the eyes as you're twisting. Roll the eyes toward that side, looking over the shoulder on that side of the body. And then spin to face the bolster. Draping yourself across the top.
Again, feeling like that, using that idea of that your pancake batter being poured onto a hot pan, but letting everything kind of spread, let go.
So you can take another breath here and start to push up. And we're going to, once you come to a seated position, upright seated position, spin around to the other side. Going to do a twisted child, second side. Side B. De-rotate first. And then when you're ready, spinning over the bolster. So you can take one more breath here and start to push yourself up. All right, so let's do some back bends and use the blocks for these. So we're going to have two blocks set up, and I've been using them at the same setting. So one is going to be for about where your shoulder blades are, strap, and the other one is going to be for your head. But if you like the head one, the one that's going to be under your head, like it to be on the higher setting, that's fine too. That's up to you. up to what your back is going to be able to sustain. So we're just going to come and drape back, straight legs over the first block, and then grab the second one if you can reach over your head to reposition the second block so it's under the head. You can reach up with each arm just to kind of release any trapped skin in the back. And then you can take your arms out to the side. Nice Setu Bandha. You could also pick up one leg at a time and draw the legs away. You can have slightly wider legs. You can have some space between your feet. Closing your eyes, closing your mouth, dropping in, letting go of your outer focus even more. Gratitude. Just breathe. Grateful for this breath. So you can, if you like, lift or expand the bridge of the top portion of the body as if you're making an arch or a rainbow. And even get your shoulders tucked under a little bit. Not so drastically, though, that you feel any pinching in your back, the back of the back. But just so you get lifted, like you're being hoisted or elevating yourself up toward the sky. And then you can let yourself relax back down again or spread back out. All right, and then you can take one last breath. And you can slide your arms in a little closer to you. Flip the arms over so the palms are on the floor, and you can push yourself up. Come into an upright position. Lying down in Shavasana. And as you come to lie down, spread yourself out, giving yourself permission to take up the room that you need. Connecting with that gentle state of being to your primal identity. And connecting with the breath now, inhaling the breath in through the nose, relax the belly. And as you exhale, create that beautiful white noise sound, making a straw shape with your lips so that you can blow the breath out, making a sound. A long exhale until you can't make a sound anymore, and then close your mouth. Inhaling the next inhalation, belly rises. As you fill up again, breathing into the belly, then the chest, and then exhaling through the straw with a sound. Beautiful white noise sound. Taking back that sovereign occupancy of this body. And then closing your mouth and feeling a sense now that with each exhalation, you are dropping, releasing the body. Feeling the bones of the body drop. Even if I don't feel steady, drop in. I drop in and know that I am finding my way. That as long as I breathe, I know I will always find my way. There's no destination here. Find your place and love this place, space. I may have lost my way or forgot to check in, but now I've found my way back to me. sounds surrounding you, sounds of home, your outer environment. And as you're ready, you can gently begin to move the body, bending the knees and roll to your side. And as you move forward, go forth into these next few moments. Take that effort to protect what you have created in your practice here. And coming to sit up when you're ready. And remember, you already have everything that you need inside. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for being.